G'day, welcome back to another video. In this video you might notice I've got a lot of tools out. So I want to go through the different tools that I use here in the room, and you might notice some of the new tools that I've got there. Basically I'm building a bag, a hauler bag, out of this thing, out of this bag. So I'm going to put some wheels on it. Now I've seen the hauler bags you can buy. Some of them are $600 or $800 with a cardboard insert, and then there's others like Banggood have got this one for $111, something like that. But you'll notice the small wheels on it. We're going off-road, so I want to use big wheels. Basically so you don't, wear the bottom out of the bag when you're dragging it across a rough surface. Because where I drive cars, I really don't have a nice paved path to get up to the track and whatever. I'm usually building sites or whatever. So inside that bag I'll have a big plywood insert in it. I'll make with a few different compartments in it, and one of these, put all different screws and things in it, different spare parts. So there will be a video for the hauler bag. I don't know that I'll do a full build video, but yeah, I'll probably take a few shots through the process and let you know how it goes, see what you think. And I'll have a space for the tools, and yeah, should be good. Just grab it and go whenever we get out of lockdown. Alrighty, so we'll go around all of this and I'll show you basically what I use here, and what will be going in the tool bag for going out. And I'll show you what I would consider a very basic startup tool set. If you're just getting into RC, you've got a Tamiya or whatever you want to build, and haven't got the tools yet, we can go through, show you what you might need. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of tools in this video I probably forgot all about, but maybe it'd be helpful to someone starting out, or even some intermediate people out there. Probably not experts. I don't know. So we'll go around and yeah, check it all out. So there's all the tools laid out. What I'll probably do is I'll divide them up into different sets, like basically what I use here in the room, what I'll be taking out in a bag when I go out with the cars, and also a set for if you're starting out, the basics you need. Alrighty, so this is what I use here in the room. I'm pretty sure most of it's there. Anyway, we'll start over here. Actually, something I don't use a lot, but we'll start here. Some hoodie pliers and things. So I got the pointy pliers in there, side cutters, circlip pliers, and some flat pliers. They're basically spares. I don't use them a lot. Anyway, so I've got these flat hoodie pliers there that I use quite often, and I'll move everything out of the way as I speak about it. So there's our flat pliers, and some hoodie pointy pliers, very handy, and some basic, I think they're Sid Chrome old side cutters. Don't need to be anything flash. It's basically I use them if I've really got to cut something, like I've got a 3mm bolt that's too long or something. I'll just snip it off with that and clean it up with some Tamiya files. So these files are pretty good. I use them, as you can tell, quite a lot. So you get a flat one, you get a round one, and you get a half round. So they're quite good too. Some very old scissors. They come in handy quite often, just cutting various things, papers, whatever, going around the edge of the body before you cut it on a Lexan body. And these ones are new just today, or I've had them for a while, but I only unpacked them today. Some Tamiya scissors, and they're good for apparently cutting light aluminium and paper and leather and all kinds of things. So I'll give them a go soon and see how they go. And now some Tamiya side cutters. Now I've got two different types of them. Basically these ones are for really fine. I use both of them for cutting parts off sprues. These ones are kind of finer, and these ones can cut a little bit thicker and so on. Both handy. Yeah, we've got our racing shock pliers, you know, so you put the your shock shaft in there, and then you can do up the ends on them, and your bodies can go in here. And this one's pretty handy. It's also got the thread gauges, so you can see what size screws and stuff you got. Very handy, and you can't do without a set of tweezers. So I've got the Tamiya tweezers, and these ones also handy. Ball link pliers, they call them. They're pretty popular in the helicopter world, but I use them for snapping on ball links over the balls without mincing them up with pliers. They work quite well. They're only cheap, $10 or $15. Now I've got some Tamiya decal scissors, got a bit of glue and stuff on there, whatever. But yeah, good for cutting out decals if you don't want to use a knife. And for measuring things, it's always handy to have a little metal ruler, such as this one. You can use a long one if you want, but this one I find handy. It's, you know, small, compact. And vernier calipers, always handy for measuring, you know, different size shafts or whatever you're not sure about, or you need to measure for bearings or something. Very handy tool. And finally, we've got some Lexan scissors. They're actually getting a bit tatty. There's a bit of glue and stuff on there. I've cut a few different things with them. These ones are going to end up in my going out bag, because I've got these brand new ones here. If I can open it, there we go. So there we go, we got some brand new ones. So these are going to end up in the drawer here, and those will go in the going away bag. Alrighty, now another thing I use quite often, my hoodie tool set. It's got, you know, your Phillips and flat blade, got the hex drivers in there, and there's a body reamer. Take that out so you can have a look. There you go. Very handy. I've never actually used that one though, because I've got the other one here. And in there you've also got some turnbuckle spanners, and because I only had the 3 there, I've gone and bought a whole bunch of new ones, so those are going to end up in here. There's also some arm reamers. I've never used those, but apparently they're good for, you know, if your arms are your A arms are getting a bit flared on the inside or something, you can ream them out so they're all nice and smooth. I've never used them. But that's handy. I use that all the time, but normally the stuff isn't in the case. I just leave it in the drawer, so it's easy to get to. So that's them. Now, brushes. Always have a couple of brushes kicking around in the drawer. I believe that's a denture brush, but that's handy for scrubbing parts and whatevers. And this one, good for getting dust out of bits and pieces when you're cleaning cars. You know, any cheap brush will be good. You know, stiff bristle, that's all you really need. Alrighty, so we got a body reamer here, a dynamite one. This is the one I use the most. Been quite good, nice and sharp. So that's good for making holes in, you know, your bodies, where your body pins go and stuff in Lexan bodies. Now, knives. I use the Tamiya knives, craft tool knives. Reason I have 2 is I have a blade, different blade in each one. So I've got the number 11 in this one and the number 5 in this one. Only thing I don't like about this, the number 5 one is fine, you push that on, it's good. But when it's got the number 11 blade in it, it's right at the end. If you poke too hard on here, the blade goes straight through the end. So this is why I sort of got this one here, this XL brand. It's got a nice hard cover on it, and as you can see there, I think the blade won't protrude through the end. And same thing, interchangeable blades, you can put, you know, pretty much any size you want in there, and it comes with a few spares. Also good. Now for both of those you can buy your blades, you know, like this. Got some number 11 blades here, like a full box of them. They come wrapped up nicely like that. They're inside there. And you can buy them like this too. So these are number 11s in there. I think no, they're number 5s. There you go. So they're handy, they don't fall out of there. And I've got some number 11s as well. Actually, I'll go back to the knives and explain what I use them for. The number 5s, they're quite good for, you know, taking cleaning parts after you've used your cutters to take something off a sprue. You can take the end off it, you know, smooth it up. This one I quite often use mainly for cutting out decals and cutting out Lexan bodies. If I don't use the scissors, I'll just go around with the knife. It's kind of my preferred way to do it. Tamiya tool set, RC tool set, 8 pieces. This one quite good. I haven't had this for a long time, but I think I've had it a couple of months now, if I can get it open without losing it. These are very good. Got the JIS, Japanese industry standard, instead of Phillips head. I'll show you over there what the difference is in a Phillips head and the JIS. But they got your ball drivers, and as you can see, you got a few different sizes of hex drivers, and you got a flat there as well. And you've got the nice handle, so you just bang them on there for a bit more torque. So those are quite handy, great for Tamiya cars. And well, a lot of Chinese cars have the same screws. Some have Phillips, but some are using the JIS as well. Anyway, so that's them. There's something I probably will take out with me as well. As apart from using them here, I'll take them out too when I go running. All this gear here, most of this stuff, it's just stuff that comes with kits. You know, you got a box wrench out of that's for a nitro car, a couple of glow plugs spare there, Kyosho box wrench and a Tamiya box wrench, and all these spanners, turnbuckle spanners, and we've got an E-clip tool here from Tamiya. All this stuff came with different kits. Always a good idea to keep them, they're always handy. Alrighty, now onto the set that I plan to take out to the track and whatever in my hauler bag. So we'll start at the top here. I've got some turnbuckle spanners from Extra Speed. They look quite good, but I'll probably just put them into a bag or something, you know. And we've got some dynamite nut drivers. Got, you know, 4mm, 5mm, 5.5. 7mm, 8mm, pretty much everything I'm going to need. Pop it open and have a look, why not? So yeah, that's what they look like. Got the spinning top on it, that's good. Saves on blisters on the hand. But these were all quite cheap. So the one I take out, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it in case it gets lost or whatever. So yeah, these are all quite cheap. I think these might have been 20 bucks, 25 bucks. And same with these hex drivers here. As you can see, the sizes, 1.5mm, 2mm, 2.5, 3mm. And they look pretty good. Dynamite brand. Yeah, they look good to me. So that'll go in the bag. Alrighty, so we've got the old Lexan scissors, just in case I need to cut things. Actually, I think I will get another set of these scissors too to take out. So we'll bang those there. Tweezers, you might need them. And one of the XL knives. I'll take one of those out, of course, just in case you need to cut things, and some spare blades. One thing I don't like about this though, the top is pretty easy to get off, and you know, the blades might just go everywhere in the bag. So I don't know, maybe I'll work something else out, a way to store them. Maybe just take one of these with the blades. Alrighty, Tamiya RC tool set. Since I don't have a spare screwdriver set to take, I'll just take this, you know, until I get another one of them, just so you got screwdrivers. And I'll take the XL brand side cutters, and we got some flat pliers. They're the long flat ones. I just figure instead of the short flat ones, I'd use the longer ones in case you got to grab stuff, you know. You know, it's all trial and error. If you're missing a tool one time when you go out, you'll definitely take it the next time. And so I've got some needle nose pliers, or pointy nose, whatever you like to call them. And I've got some more shock pliers, shock shaft pliers. These are from Core RC. A little bit different to my other ones. These ones, you really need the shock off the car. I think, you know, just the way they open. I think these might be easier on an assembled car. You know, if the shock's on the car, you can still get in there and, you know, do what you got to do. I just think they'll be easier. And of course, this array here of basically tools that comes with kits. You just don't throw them out, keep them. Throw them in your bag for when you go out. You never know when they're going to be handy. They're not the highest of quality, but a tool, you know, it might get you out of a fix or something. And of course, when you're out and about, you might need brushes to clean your buggy or your car, whatever. If you get stones caught somewhere, yeah, brush is always handy to take along with you. Alrighty, now for the very basic setup, but you probably need to get going. This stuff down here, again, is all, when you buy a kit, you'll get a couple of Allen keys usually. Maybe a spanner like that if it's a Kyosho. You might also get one of those if it's a Kyosho. Little box spanner, box wrench, whatever you want to call it. Definitely get one of those with a Tamiya. So they usually give you the basics, and then from there you'll need pliers and screwdrivers and scissors is usually about all you need. So in this case, for just starting out, I recommend get a set of side cutters, some flat pliers. Now they don't need to be the long ones like I got. You can get the short ones in, if I can find them, you can get short ones like this, but maybe not hoodie brand because they're quite expensive. Just get like an XL brand or something like that, and yeah, quite a bit shorter. Anyway, and some pointy pliers, always handy. Now usually you're going to be cutting our bodies, so get some curved Lexan scissors. They're very handy. And one thing I forgot was a knife. Get a knife, you need a knife. For either cutting out decals or trimming your body, going around a Lexan body, very handy. So get a knife, and you know, you can buy your blades, buy a spare set of blades for it. And then we got some tweezers. You'll always need tweezers, they're very handy. Now scissors, you can either buy like these Tamiya ones, very nice, or you can use your grandma's old kitchen scissors like mine. Either way, it doesn't matter. Scissors like these, you know, you might use it for cutting double-sided tape or taking the very outside off a Lexan body before you get into more detail with these. And yeah, I recommend get yourself a set of these Tamiya RC tool set. About 40 bucks. But yeah, got all the screwdrivers and stuff that you'll normally use for a Tamiya. And you'll get by building a Kyosho or whatever with these as well. Kyosho, you'll be using more Allen keys because they have a lot of hex bolts and stuff on them. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Well, that there is pretty much all you need to buy for just starting out. These other bits will come with the kit. And that's about it. I think that's about all there is. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you got something out of it. If you liked the video, leave a thumb up. If you're new here, subscribe. That'd be awesome. and catch you on the next one.